Let's take a few minutes to go over customer segments and how to identify value propositions for each. The entire approach to this canvas is summed up by the question at the bottom: who is the customer and why do they buy? The customer profile portion of the right side of the canvas helps determine who the customer is and what they need and want. The left side of the canvas addresses the value proposition, what you promise the customer in terms of pain relief and gains. We will start with a description or profile of a customer segment. Customers can often be divided into segments. Segments are groups of customers with similar characteristics. These could be geographic, demographic, behavioral, psychographic. While all your segments may have the same job to complete or problem to be solved, each segment will most likely have unique pains and gains they look for when selecting a product or business. Let's take a look at the customer profile. There are trigger questions in a handout located on the platform. Jobs describe what your customers are trying to get done in their work or life. A customer job could be tasks they are trying to perform and complete, problems they are trying to solve, or needs they are trying to satisfy. Job types could include functional jobs, social jobs, or personal or emotional jobs. To understand jobs, repeatedly ask why, how, and how important. Pains are things that annoy customers before, during, or after trying to complete a job or prevent them from getting a job done. Relief of the pain must occur. If it does not, you will not be competitive. Risk of bad outcomes from getting a job done badly, or not at all, are also pains. Focus on specifics and understanding pain. If a pain is described as too long, ask how many minutes must you wait. This will enable you to judge the severity and design a better solution. As with jobs, you must understand the severity of the pain, so you will focus on the most severe first. And again, to fully understand customer pains, repeatedly ask why, how much, and how important. Gains are outcomes or benefits your customers want. Required gains are what is needed to make the solution work. Without these, you are not competitive. Gains include functional utility, social gains, positive emotions, and cost savings. Expected gains are other benefits that may not be directly related to the completion of the job, but are still considered when comparing alternatives. Desired gains are what the customer would like to see in a solution. This is the next higher order of becoming the best solution. They are something a customer would ask for if they did not see it being provided. Unexpected gains are something that a customer would not think to ask for, but if provided will add the wow factor and truly make your solution unique. When looking at gains, relevance of the gains must be considered. Again, as with jobs and pains, continue to ask why, how or how much, and how important. One recurring problem is making the pain the opposite of a gain and vice versa. How much type questions will help better define the problem and help determine its relevance. In gains, asking why will help you understand the ultimate gain. The first gain statement could just be the symptom. In pains, ask about obstacles to overcome or the risk of doing a poor job. The handout called Trigger Questions will help you think through each of the customer profile sections and build your customer discovery questions. This is available on the platform. Now, with an understanding of your customer segment, you can start to determine how your product or service relieves the customer pain, provides the customer a gain, helps them solve their problem, or address the need that they have. Products describe what it does and how it works. It must relate to how your product will allow the customer to complete the job or solve the problem you intended in your customer discovery. Pain relievers describe what or how you will eliminate or reduce specific customer pains and or reduce or eliminate the annoyances of trying to complete a job. Gain creators describe how your product addresses the gains identified during customer discovery. These include required, expected, desired, and unexpected gains. The Trigger Questions handout is available on the platform and helps you identify gain creators and pain relievers. As with the customer profile, the Trigger Questions handout will help you identify potential ways your product completes the job, relieves pains, and creates gains. The value map will depict the product functions and or what it provides as it successfully completes the job. These are sometimes called features. Pain relievers help deliver value by eliminating or mitigating the issues with not completing the job or the irritations which occur as the job is being completed. Gain creators are the positive aspects that result from using the product above and beyond the completion of the job itself. Value is increased as pains are addressed and gains obtained during the completion of the job. What your product or service creates or relieves is your value proposition's promise to the customer. It's highly unlikely that your product can address every pain and gain. The best value propositions focus on relieving the most critical or pressing pains and do it very well while providing gains most important to the customer. These can include the emotional and social aspects and the supporting jobs, again, based on the relevance to your customers. Remember, customers make decisions based on value, which is the quality of your product and the price they have to pay. If your customer does not have the problem you are solving or doesn't think it's important enough to solve, they don't believe what you tell them. And if your product does not work or solve the problem, you have no value. If all the possible solutions meet these criteria, then the decision can be made on which features best respond to the customer's pains and gains. The better you do that, the more likely the customer will pay your price. Who hasn't purchased something more expensive than you originally planned because you believed it delivered better value by providing more gains or relieving more pains than the options that were in your original price range? Let's take a look at an example that shows the linkage between the value proposition and the customer profile. The yellow represents the jobs to be done and the product. Green represents the gains and gain creators. Blue represents the pains and pain relievers. It shows the fit between the two. Notice that it does not address every gain or pain. The goal is to address those that are most important to the customer, thereby becoming the best solution and helping to differentiate your business or product. Our office is here to help you with this process. You can book a meeting by going to our website, sbdc.missouristate.edu.